Welcome back to Island Life Live. The health and happiness of our children and families should be a top priority in every home. But sadly, the statistics say otherwise. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 20 boys in the U.S. will experience child sexual abuse. Here to shed light on this sobering but important topic is Lynn Costales Matsuoka. She's our Executive Director at the Sex Abuse Treatment Center. Mahalo nui for being with us, Lynn.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and I know, oh my goodness, this is such a tough thing to discuss, but I also realize how very important we need to be able to address the issues that come from sexual abuse. We're talking about child sex assault, which I believe is slightly different from physical assault. Can you share the differences?
Absolutely. So yes, there is a difference between the two. I think the primary difference between the two is that when you have a child that's experiencing physical abuse, that physical abuse will often leave a visible mark that any adult, another trusted individual in that child's life can see, whether that be a bruise, a cut, a broken arm. But when it comes to child sexual abuse is often something that does not leave a visible outward mark by anyone.
What are some of the signs that someone is being sexually abused, and how can we see it?
Yeah, and it's difficult, but you can look for different things. Change in behaviors, whether that's depression or some anxiety, falling grades, not wanting to go with an adult that they used to love spending time with, changes in sleep patterns, changes in appetite. All of these things can lend itself to the possibility of a child being abused.
Right.
And it really comes down to conversation with that child to try to find out why the change in behavior, what's happening.
Them, right?
Yeah.
But I understand that there are things that happen prior to the actual abuse itself to, I guess you could say, to prepare the child for this. And sometimes it can happen even within the same household. Can you expound on that?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of child sexual abuse is perpetrated by someone that the child knows. So, you know, the statistics are high that about 90% of children who are sexually abused, it's by someone that the child or the family knows. And so we have to look at that a little bit better. Preparing the child, really what this comes down to is a form of what we call in the field grooming.
Grooming.
Yeah, it's really a tactic by the perpetrator to see, can I get this child to really trust me? Can I get this child to get close enough to me so that I might eventually be able to abuse them? Can I get this child to be loyal to me? Can I get this child to keep a secret from the people that they love? And that can often start with, let's go get ice cream. Don't tell your mom we got ice cream before we had dinner.
Simple as that.
Very simple, very innocent. And so for a child, it's great. Somebody is paying attention to me, they're treating me special, but it really is when perpetrators try to use that tactic to eventually abuse. Now I know the child's not going to tell mom. So when I touch, they've already kept so many secrets from mom that they're not going to tell mom about this.
And awareness is our purpose right here on Island Life Live. So if there is someone that's watching right now that needs to connect with you, or maybe they're seeing behavior in their child or a child that they are a guardian over, how can they connect with you folks?
Just call our hotline, which is 808-524-7273, or go to satchawaii.org. We provide a wide range of services. We have a 24-hour hotline. So any survivor, any parent, anybody can call 365 days a year. We have crisis counseling, we have medical forensic exams, we have long-term therapy, and we have prevention and education. We cannot talk about eliminating forms of sexual violence unless we talk about ways to prevent it from occurring.
Absolutely.
So please reach out.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for bringing us so much hope.
Lynn
Costales Matsuoka, our Executive Director at the Sex Abuse Treatment Center, right here on Island Life Live.
All right, mahalo Lina girl for doing that interview. Now, coming up tomorrow, we continue our Protect Our Keiki series. We welcome our friends from the YMCA.
Lisa Antay, she's our Vice President of Marketing and Mission Advancement, along with John Cho, the Executive Program Director at Atherton YMCA, and the Teen and Young Adult Programs Director. We'll be here to talk about teen program safety.
Can't wait to talk with them and learn more about the different approaches to protect our Keiki. Again, that's on tomorrow's show. We'll be right back.